inside shoulder out of the way. Because they're kind of smarter than we are, even though we don't want to hit that. But anytime they rock back and move their forward motion, they're going to, instead of hitting themselves, they'll start to hop and clear that inside shoulder out of the way. So you're losing your forward motion, you need to check on that, and you need to check on your being supple and soft and following those. You need one of your tools, you're missing some of your foundation.
You just need to work.
A lot of bending and walking, good wintertime stuff. Bending and walking and suppling and taking his space. Maybe put a ring stack for him and a running martingale. You know, a nice loose running martingale so that when you take it, kind of brings his head down. Not trap it, but we're trapping. Just want to guide it down and flat. See, when this horse walks, I better start going to the right and go left. When this horse walks a circle, see how he's willing? His head's down. It's not very, it's comfortable. Okay, and sometimes when they want to fight and they're a little stiff, a nice loose running martingale will help him follow his nose. You don't have to pull as much and stuff like that. Now, when you're using a running martingale, especially if you're Western, make sure you have your those tabs on your rein.
Oh yeah.
That's a big part. I'll kind of safety with that stuff. Okay, that'll help you a little bit. Anyway, all right. Any other questions? Okay, now we're going to get into the fun part, running and stopping. In order for a horse to run and stop, they've got to be straight, and they've got to be willing to allow you to be on speed control. So what we do is, we start by what we call fencing our horse. And it looks dangerous. Some people think it is, and some people think it isn't. I guess if you're not careful, it can be. What we do is, we teach our horses to run straight, and we go from fence to fence, or wall to wall. Karen's going to start with this. Actually, they're both going to do it at the same time. We're going to do two hands, and you're going to stand at one side of the arena, down here, Karen, where Ellen is. And what they're going to do is they're going to go back and forth nice and easy, and they're going to work on their horses being straight, and their horses waiting on them. Now, back to the question that you had, what do you do if your horse falls in on a circle? It's the same thing. If you're running your horse down the straight line to fence him or to teach him to stop, and he's running and he veers one way or another, you do the exact same thing. Let's say I'm running down there and I want this horse to be nice and straight, and he leans to the right, hold the ground, put the right rein on his neck, make him around, and go right back where he came from. Understand? Everything's got to stay straight. And even the broke ones, when you first start out, we do more circles than we do running and stopping most of the time. We shouldn't, but we do. And see, now Bucky was nice and straight. He's not as broke as Patty, but he's just learning, so he's been doing it a lot more lately than Patty's been doing it. But the only way they can learn to run and stop, the beginning, the foundation of it, is to go back and forth nice and easy, and let them get the idea of running straight and being soft, and nothing's going to scare them. A horse will get scared if you let that horse run, and it runs faster than what it's comfortable doing. So we let that horse build nice and slowly and feel comfortable. We don't want to rush him or scare him or run him faster than what he's comfortable doing. So right now they're going back and forth, and when they get to the wall, they do not pull on this horse. We leave our hands forward, and we let the wall stop our horse. All we do is say the word "whoa." And believe me, they will cook the button. Alright? It takes a while. This isn't something that happens in a week or 2 weeks. This takes some time. There's a lot of time going in there. Now, on the rider's part, the rider's shoulders have to stay behind the horse's shoulders. If I run down and I lean forward, my horse is going to move forward. He's going to suck back. I've got to stay back. My body position's got to stay behind the horse's shoulders. As you see these girls run back and forth, Karen's shoulders are back. Her seat's right back, Bucky's nice and straight, her eyes are forward, and he goes right into the wall, nice and soft. No big deal. And if he didn't go nice and soft, that's okay. You just turn around and go the other direction. You don't get after them with this stuff because it's too foreign to them. They've got to get used to it. Same thing with Patty. Ellen's going to lean back. I keep telling Ellen to lean back. She's getting it. Now, Ellen gets a little chicken there at the wall. We got to remind her that it's okay to lean back and get to the wall. Very good. Everybody have questions so far on just the fencing? Running straight, grading, any problems if they get crooked? I'm jumping pretty fast because we don't have that much time. Yes, question? But then, we're going to say whoa, nice and easy, and let him stop before the wall, maybe 3/4 of the way down the pen. Go ahead, Ellen, nice and easy. Now, when you first start doing this, you don't want to run as fast as you did to the wall, because they're like, well, no, I have to run to the wall. I'm not going to stop. So you want to go a little slower. Now she said, there you go, and come back. Okay, see, everything was soft. Ellen did stay back, which I'm very proud of Ellen for that, because Ellen doesn't always stay back. And that told Patty it was time to stop. Okay, now Karen's horse is a little greener. He throws out a fence and he's really learning how to stop. He's going to be a big stepper. But he, you go up back and forth half a dozen times with him, and then it comes time for whoa. He's like, what are you, crazy? I'm supposed to go to the wall. So we'll show you what we do with that. Karen's going to go down there 3/4 of the way and say whoa. And if he does stop, Karen's going to be really happy. If he doesn't stop, we'll show you what to do. Again, we're not going to go as fast for this, but we have to go through what we call our gears. First gear, second gear, third gear, and then whoa. A horse has to be driving from behind in order to be able to put its butt in the ground. So you don't want to slow down when it comes time to go. You just want to build. There we go. And back. 2 steps and whoa. Now, he did come out a little bit, but he was willing. He put his butt in the ground. He stayed loose in the front end. I was very pleased with that horse. Some people would say, well, no, grab a hold of him and kick him and pull him back. Well, why the heck do I want to do that? He tried. He doesn't know much more than that. And that keeps him soft and keeps that front end going. And oh, so it takes 2 weeks longer and I have a happy horse. I'll go with that one. Any questions so far on starting and stop and getting their butts in the ground? Yes? No? Yes? Yes?
What if the horse you're riding has their heart set on going that wall?
I know what you mean. Her question was, what do you do if the horse you're riding has her heart set to go to that wall? I'm serious. This stuff is not really that complicated.
Okay.
I mean, if you have a horse that goes to the wall, it's easy to go to the wall. And a lot of times you'll run down there and you're stop trying to ride, all your friends are watching, everybody knows what you're doing. Just really afraid to do it wrong, so if I go to the wall, it's not really good. Well, yeah, that's okay, except that don't go to the wall. And start out by maybe loping down nice and easy, saying whoa. I don't care if it's size, just say whoa. Deal, back it up 2 steps, back to your question. Go the other direction. Don't say whoa, wait a minute, and whoa, go off the direction you were going. Say whoa no matter what you get at them, go the other way. Right?
But when they do that, if they try to run through it, they don't stop.
Pull them right in the ground. Take it just the same thing they need. Any time they lean on you or deviate from what you want, take it away.
Okay.
Take it away. You might start at that end, like the older non-pro horses. I might start at that end, and a half hour later, I need it down here. Because anytime I drop my hand up and that horse tries to go without me telling you, and they do start to do that really quick, I pull him to the ground, walk backwards, get in front of him, it doesn't matter. But don't get after him, just take it away from him. Take it away from him, take it away from him. Until you inch your way down there, and all of a sudden you're waiting on him. Then take it away from him. And if you have a horse that's got a habit of doing that before you show, you should spend more time taking it away from him than you do riding the stop. Okay? It's not as fun, but it's a lot better time when you get it. It's really fun to win, and now we're into it. Okay. Any other questions about this so far? Nope. Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about the roll back. Oh, one more, I'm sorry. Yep. Okay, as far as her question was when you're doing the run around the ends, your rectangles, whatever way we call it, lines, and he wants to run to the wall or he won't stop. What is it? When you want to fence it. Okay, so you want to teach your horse to fence. Yeah? Okay. He ducks and dives. Okay, all right. Well, that would be just what a 2 or 3-year-old would do. Is he an older horse? Yeah, that's okay. Okay. What you want to do, her question is, What do you do when you're fencing your horse or teaching him to fence, and when he gets to the wall, he's petrified and ducks and dives? That's what the babies do. Take your hands, make your hands wide. Again, don't get out of it. Stay back. Keep your shoulders behind your shoulders. Open up so you've got a point going, and make that parent. Come down there and run this fence, and ask them, you know when he was wanting to stop and duck or dive? Make your hands wide, and make that horse go to the fence. And I don't care if you break each walk. Remember, it doesn't matter how far you have to break this down so that you understand it. He could start out open and all of a sudden he's stuck in that and then he falls here. Then when he gets there, guess what? And then back down to your steps and then do it again. See, Karen's going to make your hands wide, and that way when you get wide and you have to stay back. If he ducks or dives this way, you're there to direct him. And it's going to be up to go out the toe. And if you have any chance that you can be, see your hands are wide, and you went over to the left, no big deal, and she's back there, and you have more space. If you have anywhere you can be in an arena where there's a corner, you know, like the inside arena, it's really good, you can go on the diagonal, and that wall kind of comes in. But you need to just break it down, get your top back. Get to that wall, stand there, because actually that wall is going to become his friend. And if it's easy to stand there and get him, he'll keep running up and down the stairs. And you have to work on it every single day, 5 days a week. Understand? And just talk back to it. Talk back to it. Over and over and over. Okay? Any other questions? Yeah.
How do you get him to trust you? How do you get him to trust you when you're head coach?
How do you get him to
How do you get him to trust you and let them know that you're gonna make them stop?
How do you get them to trust you and know that you're going to make them stop? Repetition. Lots of repetition. And don't advance step 2 before you have step 1. See, once they start doing it, it's kind of fun, so we're back to the same thing. Everybody starts doing too much. Repetition. If that horse is nervous getting into step 2, go back to step 1. Keep doing it and doing it and do it till you get up to step 2, which will be a little faster. That's my step 2 I'm talking about. If you feel get nervous, go back to step 1, whether it's a walk or a chop or just a lope. If you start getting into a lope and he starts getting nervous when you go a little faster, stay back with the lope. Until he gets bored and you can go ahead and think about a little bit more. Wait, patience. Okay, patience. Lots of patience. Any other questions on this? Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about the rollback. Very nice. Ellen is staying back very well today, actually. I hope we don't run out of that. Okay, now we're going to talk about rollbacks. Ellen, come on up here. I probably did jump ahead one step. I actually teach them to roll back before I teach them to stop. But Ellen's going to lope a nice big circle here to the left with 2 hands. Now a horse is loping on the left lead and she's got 2 hands. When a horse is loping on the lead, their inside foot is coming forward first. So when you have 2 hands and you're loping, what you want to do is say whoa, pick up both hands. But remember, you're going to pick your right hand up a little